Pro Stock Eliminator started with 16 cars. Now only 4 remain in the semifinal round. It's Andy Manarino in an American Motors Hornet matched against the defending world champion Larry Lombardo driving Bill Grumpy Jenkins' Chevy Monza. The other half of the bracket, the record-holding Ford Mustang of Dino Don Nicholson against the Chevy Monza of Frank Iaconio. If any man should know this Raceway Park track service, it's Frank Iaconio, operating out of a home base of Totowa, New Jersey. Raceway Park, his home racetrack. Dino Don Nicholson at home at any racetrack anywhere in the country. Looks like neither driver wants to stage. A bit of a staging battle going on here. Starter Buster Couch saying stage and then just throwing up his arms. Both cars just sitting there. Which driver will be? It's Dino Don Nicholson moving first in the far lane. Frank Iaconio into the beams. And a slight hole shot for Frank Iaconio. He leaves just a little bit ahead of Nicholson. Nicholson's been outrunning everybody all day, but he doesn't do it here. Frank Iaconio with a big upset win. 8.75 seconds elapsed time. The losing time for Don Nicholson, 8.67. It shows you he was just a little bit late off the starting line. The next pair, Andy Manarino getting close to the outside edge of the track as Larry Lombardo and Bill Jenkins' Monza takes an easy win. Steve Evans is with Dino Don in the pits right now.
Well, these guys, most of the guys I run against here, they know I like to stage last. So when they come around running me, they always try to make me stage first. And I held it as long as I could. The engine was getting hot. We sat there for probably, I don't know, a minute or two. And finally I decided I'd go ahead and bump it in. And when I did, he come on in. It was a quick light, and he just got out on me a little bit. And couldn't quite catch him. If I'd had the horsepower I had in my engine I broke, I could have still caught him, but not with this spare engine.
David, back up to you.
Semi-final action in Top Fuel and Funny Car Eliminator. A young man that won this race when he was 18 years old. Back in 1972, Jeb Allen drove his dragster to the winner's circle. Finished runner-up in Top Fuel here a year ago. Is matched against Lee Weller, driving Jim and Allison Lee's car. The other half of the bracket finds the defending world champion, Richard Tharp, at the wheel of the Candies and Hughes machine against the leader in the World Championship Series at the moment, Shirley Muldowney. In Funny Car Eliminator, R.C. Sherman is pitted against Billy Meyer, while Don the Snake Prudhomme, defending champion, goes against Tom Hoover. 23-year-old professional racer Billy Meyer. They call him Waco Willie. Of course, that's for his hometown of Waco, Texas. Billy travels the country in style, utilizing a 16-wheel tractor-trailer rig. R.C. Sherman driving the Black Magic car based out of Rockville, Maryland. We're into the semifinals in Funny Car Eliminator at the Summernationals. Burnouts completed, both cars approaching the starting line. And R.C. Sherman with lots of trouble, and Billy Meyer with lots of problems too. All that smoke indicating a lot of serious engine damage. Burned pistons, most probably, for Billy Meyer. You see his time, 6.66 seconds. His speed only 193 miles an hour. But R.C. Sherman had his problems right off the starting line. Car going into a tire shake situation. The tires then losing traction. That's the tire smoke you see, as Billy Meyer keeps it glued to the ground, but the motor letting go as he crosses the finish line, and the smoke from the burned pistons pouring out of the headers of Meyer's Camaro-bodied funny car. Don Prudhomme and his Plymouth Arrow. Tom Hoover from Minneapolis, Minnesota has the unenviable job of trying to defeat Prudhomme in this semifinal race. In slow motion, let's take a look at Prudhomme's burnout. The burnout designed to heat these huge tires to the point of optimum traction. Of course, the basic purpose of these cars to cover a standing start quarter mile as quickly as possible. Both cars coming into the electronic staging beam, actually a light beam going across the track into a photoelectric cell. Hoover out of control off the starting line. Prudhomme just as straight as an arrow with the win. 6.31 seconds at 220 miles an hour. Let's take a look in slow motion at Hoover losing this race right at the starting line. Now in Billy Meyer's pits, Steve Evans.
Well, here's the story in the Billy Meyer camp. 7 pistons and 7 rods. Laid out, the crew thrashing, preparing the block to install 7 out of 8 brand new piston and rods. Billy, it's a good thing you've got the biggest trailer in the pits because you sure have gone through some parts.
We need that to carry the parts. We had killed a fuel pump that run, and we're just now changing that. I hope that changes it. But we need it for about 3/10 worth anyway.
You qualified at a 6:17 and then have just gone progressively slower. Is it motor problems? Is it the track?
No, last night the track was a lot looser, and we just kind of slipped around and played around to try to get it not to hurt itself. And then today the track's just really bad for my combination.
Well, best of luck against Don Prudhomme in the final. David, back to you.
Back in 1972, Jeb Allen was 18 years old when he first won this race. He was runner-up here a year ago. Lee Weller driving for that highly successful team, husband and wife, Jim and Allison Lee from the Plains, Virginia. Both cars ready for their blast down the quarter mile. They're together at the middle of the course. Jeb Allen wins it by about a car length, but an expensive victory as engine problems set in for Jeb Allen. You saw the smoke and the oil coming out. Means a lot of work for Jeb and his crew between round 6.04 and only 209 miles an hour. That speed indicating the engine going away. Here in slow motion, you see the great race that Lee Weller gave Jeb Allen, side by side until just about that point, and that's where Jeb's engine started to go away. By about a car length, the winner, Jeb Allen, into the finals for the second year in a row. The defending world champion, Richard Tharp, driving for Candies and Hughes. The current leader in the World Championship Series race in Top Fuel, Shirley Muldowney, winner of the Spring Nationals. The last major event on NHRA's championship trail. They leave the line together. It's Tharp out of control. He keeps it on the racetrack. Shirley Muldowney with engine troubles. But with a big win, Shirley Muldowney moves into the finals for the second event in a row. Richard Tharp encountering severe tire shake. That phenomenon when the car just shakes so badly the driver can't even see where he's going. Does a tremendous job keeping the car on the racetrack. Shirley Muldowney with engine troubles still wins the race. Let's join Steve in Don Prudhomme's pits.
In the pits of our Top Fuel and Funny Car finalists, it is just absolute mayhem. Hot parts everywhere, dozens of hands in the act, the wrenches are flying. But there's one glaring exception, and that's in the pits of the sport's ultimate professional, Don Prudhomme. Just real, cool, and orderly. Everything in good shape, right, Snake?
Yeah, Steve, it's been going good. We haven't been hurting very many parts, and everything's just coasting along.
Well, without divulging any secrets, what do you attribute that to? I mean, everywhere. Just nothing but burned pistons, burned heads, crews thrashing, and here you are just doing basic maintenance.
Well, I'd say 16 years or so in the business kind of helps out. I've burnt my share of pistons and blown up my share of engines, and I'm sure we still will, but for now, things are kind of going pretty good in the engine department.
Care to tell us how much nitro you're putting in there?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Dave.
The final fields are set, and we'll be back to the Summer Nationals from Raceway Park, Englishtown, New Jersey, in just a moment.
We've talked many times about the mechanical miracles in the pits at these drag races, and it's going on in both Shirley Muldowney's camp and Jeb Allen. But there's really quite a contrast. Allen is really piecing together a motor. Pistons out of one, heads off another motor. He's not really sure if it'll run at all, let alone if it's capable of beating Shirley Muldowney. Shirley, on the other hand, installs a fresh motor out of her trailer that has been tested. It was run just last weekend and ran very, very strong. She's confident and smiling. Jeb Allen is thrashing.
Temperatures reaching into the upper 80s and low 90s, the heat taking their toll on the mechanical parts and pieces at this Summer Nationals Championship. Larry Lombardo driving Bill Grumpy Jenkins' Chevy Monza. Frank Iaconio with partner Ray Allen into the finals for their second race in a row. And it's a red light for Frank Iaconio. Larry Lombardo taking the Summer Nationals Championship, his 7th major title in NHRA Championship competition, worth some $14,000. 8.68 seconds, the winning time. The losing time also 8.68, very close except for the red light. Don the Snake Prudhomme into the finals of the Summer Nationals for the second year in a row. He's the defending champion, and he's the only man on the racetrack. There's trouble in the Billy Meyer camp. Meyer changed 7 pistons in his engine between the semifinals and the finals, and and apparently some problems have set in as the car has yet to fire. Competition Director Steve Gibbs giving the signal, that's it, and it's a single for Don Prudhomme, an easy way into the winner's circle, and approximately $14,000 in cash contingency, and regaining the lead in the World Championship Series. The big number one, Don Prudhomme, 6.42 seconds, 186 miles an hour. Prudhomme easing off at the finish line, winning the Summer Nationals. And it ejected Billy Meyer, the engine unable to start. Let's join Steve with Don Prudhomme.
Snake, you'll take him any way you can get him, right?
You bet, you bet. I think I was a little lucky on that one. Got about the 3/4 mark and it laid down on me. I don't know if it stuck a rod out of it or hurt the engine or what, but fortunately he wasn't beside me.
Well, it's only been really a 2-meet drought for the Snake, but I know losing any of them frustrates you tremendously.
Yeah, it really does. You know, we've had our share of problems, but we've been working on a situation where we're not killing the engine all the time, and a lot of people like to think, because we have sponsors and so on, that we can kill parts and burn up pieces and it doesn't matter, but it sure does, and we went to work on it so that we didn't hurt those parts.
Were you aware that back in the starting line, your crew even loaned your starter to Billy Meyer to try to help him make the final run?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, they said that they may have a starter motor problem, and I told them just fine, go ahead, whatever it takes for him.
I know your fans are excited, and congratulations. Summer Nationals Funny Car Champion, Don the Snake Prudhomme. David?
Thank you, Steve, and incredible the breakage at the Summer Nationals. It's another single run in the finals. Jeb Allen unable to start his engine. Shirley Muldowney, for the second major race in a row, will be the winner and extending her lead in the World Championship Series. Shirley not about to back off of it. An excellent 6.02 second elapsed time, 234 miles an hour. And for the second year in a row, it is Jeb Allen, the runner-up at the Summer Nationals. And there's not a smile in the crew of Jeb Allen, and it's a difficult day to work that hard between the semifinals and the finals to get the car ready to run, and yet the engine not starting. Jeb Allen getting out of the car, taking off the fire suit, and a tough break for the Santa Rosa-based driver, Jeb Allen. Here's Steve again with Shirley.
Shirley Muldowney, our Summer Nationals Top Fuel champion. Your pre-race confidence was well deserved.
I don't know what to say, Steve. You know, we worked awfully hard. Jeb was really hard. You know, I was worried about him. Patty Dakin was really tough to get by. I mean, he was right there. What can I say? You know, we all did our jobs right today. Just the track made it a little hard on us.
And you extended your points lead towards the World Championship. Would that be something, your lifelong dream?
That's it. You know, we have a very comfortable lead now. You know, we used up a lot of races. We had hard luck at the Winter Nationals, but we have a comfortable lead now, and I think my dream is going to come true.
Well, here comes Connie, your crew chief, and your son, John, and all the boys, and I'm sure you want to hug them, and they want to congratulate you.
Ronnie Tolbert.
Again, congratulations.
There he is.
Shirley Muldowney, Top Fuel champion. David, back to you.
We'll be back with more from the Summer Nationals in just a moment. A great day of Summer Nationals racing. Steve Evans has been in the pits all day. Steve, what's your thoughts about this race?
David, it's been an exciting, an unusual, and sometimes a frustrating day of championship drag racing. I just had a ball, and so did this capacity crowd here at Raceway Park. In Pro Stock, the crowd favorite from the very outset, Larry Lombardo and Bill Grumpy Jenkins Chevrolet. But it was a hard fight. Frank Iaconio knocking out Dino Don Nicholson, who appeared to be on elapsed times the favorite, set a new national record, so he goes home with something. Single car finals, nobody really likes to see him, but stars the caliber of Don Prudhomme and Shirley Muldowney, who could possibly complain? We're reminded that sometimes when things are broken, they just can't be fixed. Jeb Allen tried, and so did Billy Meyer. All in all, a great day. I look forward to the next one.
Thank you, Steve, and we look forward to the next one, too. Our next stop on the Diamond P Trail, Ontario Motors Speedway, and the NHRA World Finals. For Steve Evans, this is Dave McClelland at Raceway Park, Englishtown, New Jersey, saying so long for now. The NHRA Summer Nationals has been brought to you by Fram, makers of oil, air, and fuel filters, windshield wipers, and Autolite spark plugs and tune-up kits. And by Cam2 Motor Oil. You know it's tough, and you love it. And by Anheuser-Busch, brewers of world-renowned Budweiser. When do you say Budweiser? The executive producer of Diamond P Sports, Harvey Palish. Our producer-director, John Mullen. This has been an NHRA presentation, a Diamond P Sports production.